What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play Minecraft full tutorial on Xbox One. I'm on version 1.14.60 if you can see on the bottom right of my screen. So let's get into a full tutorial on how to play Minecraft on Xbox One. So if you can see the play button, it's green, and when I use the left joystick to move down, it goes green on settings. So if I go to the left, that little person, like Minecraft head and body with the text bubble, will take you to Internet Explorer and have a Minecraft FAQ page for frequently asked questions, and you can ask your questions. So that's that. And then if you click settings and you go down, you can play on a keyboard and mouse or controller. So I'm on a controller. I recommend auto jump being turned off when you're on a Xbox. I recommend it on if you're on a phone. So if you can kind of see the controller layout, the jump fly is up. Drop item is the down arrow. Attack and destroy is RT, which is, so make sure you're familiar with all your buttons. RT. Use item, so like placing a block is LT. Crafting is X. Inventory is Y. Cycle item left is LB, which is your hotbar slot. Cycle the hotbar right is RB. Toggle perspective up. Seek fly down B, sprint left LS, so that's just pushing that down while going forward. Fly up slowly, I don't have a button for that. Fly down slowly is the right pushing down. Mob effects is left. Open chat is right. So then all that stuff is just not there. So now that you should probably study what your Xbox is, maybe change it to my control layouts, just so you guys know how I play, and this is going to be a tutorial on that. I'm almost positive all of mine are on default. Make sure your auto jumps off though, that is a big thing. So let's get into our Minecraft. So in Minecraft you can change your character by doing that. You're on the main screen, you go right and you see the profile, you click that, and then you can use our hotbar slots, which is RB and LB, to change different characters. That most likely you're only gonna have the Steve and Alex skins right there, but as you can see I have an empty slot. So if I click create character, I can customize my own character with body and style, or if I click RB and I could purchase like skin packs, or if I already own, oops, I accidentally clicked that. If I already own a pack like Murder Mystery and Original Skyblock, you'll have all of those skins there. So I am Rainbow Steve. So now let's get into playing. So click the play button, and it should take you to a place that says Worlds, Friends, and Servers. If you have Xbox Gold or Xbox Live and it has not expired, you are able to play online with your friends with Worlds. Or if you still have that, you can play Servers, which is like mini games on the inside that are really fun. So let's start off by creating a world. Click Create New. If you wanted to create like a world template like Skyblock, you would have to purchase these in the marketplace store. But you can do these, but I'm just going to click Create New World. So after you create a new world, you can name it. It's automatically named My World. So I'm going to name it Tutorial. I spelled that wrong, but it's okay. So default game mode. In Minecraft, there's a game mode called Survival, and then there's a game mode called Creative. So Creative is where unlimited blocks, unlimited materials. Mining is instant. Placing blocks is instant, but that's instant in survival, if you guys don't know. Survival is basically mining. You have to use like pickaxes, or you can use your hand. And so I'm going to show you guys survival first. So this video could be survival, and then there'll be like a how-to creative. But if you're on survival, I recommend, if you're new, switch your difficulty to peaceful so your health, like with food, doesn't go down, or switch it to easy. I'm going to switch it to peaceful just so I don't need to get food for this video. And player permission when joining from invite. That is definitely something you want to keep at member, because if someone joins your world and they're a member, they're not allowed to go into creative. They're not allowed to like teleport to you. They can't. So basically, yeah. So there's different types of worlds. There's an infant, flat, and old. I never use old because I don't like the way it is. But infant is basically, I call it the normal one because there's like hills, mountains, it's just normal. Flat is literally just a flat grass. There's no hills, no little one-step steep, just plain flat. So I'm doing infant, and you can choose seeds. So in seeds, there's stuff like villages, forests, coastal village, forest glade, epic jungle, desert village, Masu Plateau, Mushroom Island, ocean monument. So somewhere in the ocean, there's ocean monuments, spooky mansion, snowy village, outpost ahead, strong. There's all these things, So if it's okay if you don't select the seed, there's no reason you need to. So now we go down. I recommend setting your simulation distance to 8 chunks. You do that by clicking A, and then you can move it. So I selected at 8. Now what you do is, now you have all these world options. If you want it where people can't like kill you, but that's just people, that's players. Like mobs can still kill you. If you want to where people can't kill you, turn friendly fire off. For this video, I'm going to click on show coordinates. I'll let fire spread stay on, TNT explodes, mob loot. Mob loot is where when you kill a mob, like a creeper or a zombie or skeleton, like they have like their bow would drop, their arrows would drop. So I would leave natural regeneration on, tile drops on, immediate respawn. I have this off. I'll leave it on for this video. I'll turn it off just because. So immediate respawn. When you die, it'll say you died, and they'll say your score, and then what it'll say is respawn or go back to main menu. So you can just leave the world. So respawn radius 5. I guess I'd leave that like that. Turn off use experimental gameplay. Now in cheats, I'll turn on activate cheats, but there's stuff like you can turn on education edition, which is like coding, chemistry. Most people do it on computers. I don't really play it, but I'll leave that off. Always day. You can make it where it doesn't cycle the night time and stuff. You can do daylight cycle. So if you have this off, then it'll stay. Say you want it to always be night. Once it turns night, you turn that off and it's always going to be night. I'll leave that on, and I'll leave everything normal. Keep inventory. Keep inventory is when you die, all of your stuff that's on you will stay with you if you have that on. If it's off, it's just going to die. So I'm going to leave that off just because this is like what most people do. I'm just doing like the kind of the basic stuff. Mob spawning is, so if you turn that off before you create the world, there will be 0 mobs in the world. Like 0. So you'll be mob free, no skeletons, no spiders, no creepers, no zombies. Nothing's going to come at you unexpected. Now, the only part is there's not going to be cats. There's not going to be any animal, basically, because mobs are also animals. So I'm going to leave that on. Mob griefing, I'm not entirely sure about that. I just leave that on. I turn it off if I turn mob spawning off. Entitlees drop loot. This is, I'm pretty sure, if you die, you drop your loot, but that's you can do that by just keeping, so like you drop your loot and other people can pick it up. So say you died because a creeper killed you, right? If you know where that spot is, you can go back and grab all your loot. So I'll leave the weather cycle on, which is just like the rain, the thunderstorm, the clear, you know. Command blocks enabled, sure. Tick speed, I just set it to 1. I don't know really anything about that. So now basically we have our whole entire world set up. Now what we're gonna do is you can go into multiplayer and you can make it where this world, you can only have people that are invited join your world. I like turning that on just in case someone tries to get into my world without unexpected, because if you saw that little friends list on the main menu, you can actually join other people's worlds, which is really, really annoying because sometimes you don't want them in your world. So now I just have that on friends only. You can make this a multiplayer game, or you can turn this whole thing off as a multiplayer game. I leave it on, and basically the resource packs and behavior packs, I would leave them so like you can activate the default like things if you buy packs. So say you wanted like a random pack, I don't know, you could like buy packs, you know, like the things you want. So like it's really cool. So now that the world has been like set up and I showed you guys what you guys should do, click on the create button. Just so you guys know, A is select. I don't know if you guys were noticing, but A is select. So now what it's going to do is it's going to say generate world, and it's going to give you like a little tips, like be nice to animals, brew some water for breathing potions underwater. You know, emerald ores are the rarest ores in Minecraft. They can only be found in extreme hill biomes. So now we respawn in the world. You immediately have an empty locator map. If I click create map, you can see where like you are, and you can see where other people are if someone else joined this world. So what you can also do, so now that you're in the world, this is what you do. Your right joystick is how you can view. So like that's how I look up, look down, look left, look right. That's how you use your view. To move forward and backward, you use the left joystick, which is like up, down is backwards, left is left, right is right. So it's basically pretty easy. B is how you crouch, which is where you can only stay on like the block, like you won't be able to jump down. This is very helpful when you're trying to build over some like lava pit. So if I click B again, I'm in normal. If I click Y, it takes me to the inventory. If I were in creative, I could go here and I would see every single block possible. So if I flip that little thing right here to that, I could see every single block possible in Minecraft that you can get under that block area. What I like doing is just keeping it on search and then click craftable, because that's just the easiest thing. So you can actually take your map. So if you guys see that little thing right here where I'm going over the hot bar slots with, you use your left joystick to go over it. So if I take my map and I click A on it, I can move it to different slots. Click A again. I can move it to this little thing that looks like a shield. If I click that, it's always going to be in my left hand. So I'll always be able to see where I am. So if I click Y again and I click A, I am going to just put it back right there. Now if you guys can see, you can equip armor. So you can equip boots, leggings, chest plate, and helmet. So now that we did that, we know how to move around. A is jump, so you know how to move around, jump. If you're walking with your walking thing and you push that down, you can walk faster. So I can use my little view thing and jump to go around, so I am moving around. Alright, but I'm not going to do that. So I don't want my map open anymore. What I can do is I click RB, which is how I move the hotbar slots. And if I click it, you can see I don't have the map anymore. If I click it to the left, I can get the map again. So now that I'm in that, I'm just going to go to an empty one. I'm going to walk up to a tree. I would always suggest, if you find a sheep in the beginning, click RT to hit. When you click RT, you want to hit as many sheeps as possible because you need sheeps for wool, right? So if you can get yourself some wool, I'm going to get myself some wool right here so I'm able to sleep. Oh man, the sheep ran away. Anyway, now, oh no, he didn't. Okay. So I'm going to get myself some wool. So now I have raw mutton and white wool. You need 3 pieces of white wool and oak wood planks to be able to do that, to make a bed. So let's start off with the basics on what you should get straight away, unless you find like a sheep, because those are like, I'm not going to say rare, but like when you're trying to look for them, it's hard. When you're not trying to look for them, it's easy. So let's start off by getting ourselves some wood. Like that's the main thing you want to get. I would suggest looking for a tree that looks like this, with this kind of wood right here. This kind of wood works, but I don't really like it. So I'm going to take this. To mine, which is, you click RT, and as you can kind of see, it's breaking. And it broke. And I'm going to back away from this one. And you see the block falls. When I walk over the block, my inventory spot picks it up, and now it says I have 2 pieces of it because I mined 2 pieces. Now, if I click, say my friends right here. If I click the down arrow, I can drop any block that I have. I can drop everything. So I'm going to pick it all back up. And if I click Y, remember, you can tap A and rearrange it all for what you want. So now it's back to normal. So when mining a tree, unless you have like an iron hoe, I would recommend just using your bare hands. So go to an empty slot. So I'm going to continue mining this tree. The nice part about Minecraft is things won't fall. It's not like architecturally correct. So if I just keep mining, you know, I found a pretty big tree. Now, if you can tell, I actually can't reach all the way up there. It won't let me mine because I would have to build up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break some of these leaves to be able to get this one. I'm going to break some of these leaves. And I'm going to get this wood. Alright, so I mined my first tree. And I picked up a tree. And I got a stick from mining these leaves. So leaves will give you sticks. And they could give you... They'll give you like saplings. So to plant a sapling, you're going to need some kind of dirt or grass block. To plant it, you're going to click LT, the place button, LT. If you can see, actually, if I go over to the log, on the bottom right, do you see where it says drop, RT as mine, LT as place? If you guys ever forget anything, just make sure you can look at that on your screen, and that's really helpful. So now that's like this is like really basic now. Now, say, I don't know why, but this is the view that most people play with. Like, this is the view that you go play with. If you go ask everyone, they basically play with this view. If you, for some reason, don't want to play with this view, that's fine. Click the up arrow, and you can see your skin and move around the exact same way. It's just a little hard. So if you kind of see, there's a black box that goes around every time you go around things. You could still see what you're mining, but that's really hard. If you click it again, you got one. So this is how, like, you would maybe want to start a YouTube intro, like, hey guys, what's up? So if you kind of see how I'm waving, I'm actually clicking the mine button, RT, and it makes that motion. So I can go, hey guys, what's up, to a new video, you know, today we're playing some Minecraft. So you can do that. Now if I click up again, I'm in the normal view. So now let's craft our first thing. So I'm going to click the Y button to get back into our inventory, or you can click X. I personally choose Y, but if you want to do X, go for it. So I'm going to click Y. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see over here now there's something that says craftable. The things in red, I can't craft, but I have something for it. I have a piece of wool, something for any of these things on my hand. So I don't want any oak wood. I want oak wood planks. Now I can click A and tap them, or I can click Y over it and grab all of the ones that I possibly can. That is really helpful. So now that I have the planks, I'm going to get a crafting table. Now, you can only craft so many things in your inventory slot. Otherwise, you have to use a crafting table. And it gets pretty annoying. So, it's not fun when that happens. So, you got to click, I don't want 9 crafting tables. So, I'm going to click A. And it's going to give me 1. Now, I'm going to grab A. I'm going to grab 13. I'm actually going to grab 17 sticks. Now, to place a block, you click LT, and I'm going to place the crafting table on the ground. And then if I go, see my little plus kind of thing that moves with me on the screen, move that to the crafting table and click LT, and I can see all these other options that I can get inside the crafting table. So I'm going to get myself a wooden sword. So I'm going to click A because I only want 1. I'm also going to grab a wooden pickaxe. So I'm going to click A. And then I will get a wooden shovel. So I'm going to press A. So now I'm done with this crafting table. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an empty hotbar slot. If you don't have any, it's okay. Just don't use you don't really need anything to break a crafting table. So now let's continue on. So I'm actually going to grab my trusty sword, and the exact same way that I killed the sheep the first time, I'm going to click RT, and I'm able to kill it faster because I have a sword now. So now I'm going to jump in the water, and if you click A, you can go above the water. If you click B, you can go under the water faster. If you click A, you go above. So I'm going to hold A and then jump. A is jump, remember? So it's getting dark. I have 2 pieces of wool. I would like 3. So let's keep walking, and let's try and find another white sheep quickly. So I can also grab ourselves a cow just for some meat. Now, I'm in the desert, or not the desert, I'm in the forest. I'm jumping on top of the trees. If I back up and I remember if I can hold down the RT button while going forward to make it go faster. Do some parkour. Jump across the treetops. Remember, I'm above ground, so if I drop, I will get very hurt. And my health, as you can see, if the health will go down. So I'm on top of this big mushroom thing. So I'm just going to keep jumping across. If you guys can see over there where my X thing's pointing, I'm going to go over right over there, or like right by that area. So I'm going to jump across. Now, come to a point where I can't jump anymore, right? Water, if you jump into water, your health doesn't go down. So if there's always some water nearby and you don't want to die, jump into water. Like, that's really helpful. So if you turned on the auto jump feature, you wouldn't need to use A, and it would automatically, once you hit the block, jump for you. Once your legs hit the block, it'll jump for you. So I mean, it might be helpful, but it might not be. So Minecraft has been glitching for a lot of people lately, and here's an example of a skyblock. So there's some worlds. There's a world that's called Skyblock. If you saw that I had that template, it's literally 0 land below, but there's a block up there and you have to build to other blocks. So if you guys can see, there's something that's on it, not this kind of gravelly thing, which is gravel. There's this thing right here. I'm going to take my pickaxe, click RT, hold, and I'm going to mine that. So that was gravel and that would fall. Just like it would in... So I actually click Y. You have all this other space that you have. So I don't really need my shovel right now. Or my stick. So I'm going to move those up there. I don't really need to... Actually, I don't really need those. So I'm going to just move all this stuff up there. And I'm going to take this thing called cobblestone. And I'm going to bring that down. So I want 3 pieces of cobblestone. You guys will see in a minute. So now that I have 3 pieces of cobblestone, I'm going to place down my crafting table. I'm going to get a stone pickaxe. Now, in Minecraft, you need a certain type of pickaxe to get certain materials. Like to get diamonds, you need an iron pickaxe. And to get iron, you need a stone pickaxe. So now, we've gotten our first ever stone pickaxe. What we're going to do is I'm going to jump onto this tree. If you saw and I fell and you heard that noise, my health went down a little bit. But it regenerates really fast because I'm in peaceful. So I'm going to just keep jumping. I'm going to walk right over here. I'm sorry if you hear people talking in the background. That's just my family. So if you guys can't really hear me, sorry. But so I'm going to run. Just like make the faster thing by holding down the RT. Or not RT, if you're holding down the left joystick. And I'm just gonna run somewhere over here. So I have the basic materials that you would get in the first 5 to 10 minutes of you playing the game. Now if you're new, definitely it's gonna take some used to getting used to. I've had Minecraft for over 2 years, so I'm used to it. So now I would like you to guys then, this is something else. So I'm going to go find a cave. So, look right here. Here's a cave. So I have my stone pickaxe out. I'm going to look for some materials. So looking on the wall. Ooh, this is something really important. This is called coal. So I'm going to take my stone pickaxe. I'm going to mine all of this coal. And the thing you would use coal for is a fuel source, just like you would in real life. You would use this for a furnace, and that's how you can cook food and do other things. So I only really need 8 pieces of coal right now. Now, this is what you want to look for in the beginning. This is called iron. So take your stone pickaxe. This is kind of rare to find. So what you do is you're going to take that, and you're going to mine all that iron that you found. So now that you got your iron, if you go over to that thing right there, it looks like the exact thing you just mined. Now, say I grab my crafting table and I place it down and I'm like, ooh, yes, I have sticks, I can get a iron sword and an iron pickaxe. Well, not really. If you can see, I go over the iron sword, there's these 2 little ingots right up here. So that's actually iron. But to use it, what you're going to need to get that, you're going to need to take out your stone pickaxe. Maybe mine, I'm going to mine about, I'm pretty sure you need 8. So I just grab my 8, place down my crafting table. Now I grab this thing called a furnace. I take the furnace, put it in there, boom. Now what I do is I place the furnace down. I click LT to get inside. I put coal, so I can click Y and it automatically goes in for me. And then I click Y on the iron ore. As you can see, it'll light up down here, and what's happening is it's actually melting the iron ore, and what happens as a result is it turns into the iron ingot. So I'm gonna let that go for a little bit to get myself all those things I had. And so while I'm waiting, I'm going to grab this coal actually that's right here. I know I said I didn't need it, but I do. So you should try and get all the coal you actually need. I'm just trying to save time on this video because this is going to be a long video because it's a full tutorial on how to play Minecraft. So grab all this coal and I'm going to go into my crafting table. Now inside my crafting table, make sure you have sticks for this. Go over these torches. And then I'm not going to use all my sticks. I'm going to save 3. Now I have 28 pieces of torches. So over here it's pretty dark, right? Gonna go in this little hole that I can see. If I click LT, boom, it gives me a light source. So I can go around these walls, placing this everywhere. And I actually found a pretty good cave over here. So that's how you make a torch, and that's what you can use to go into caves to see where you're going. And I'll place one right on my, so if I crouch, which is B, I can place it on top of my furnace and my crafting table. But if I take it and I put it on my crafting table, it would open it normally, just like the furnace. So what I have to do is I just click B, and then I can place it right on top. So I'm going to do that so I know where my crafting table and furnace are. Now I'm going to open my furnace, and I'm going to click Y on the iron ingots, and I'm going to click Y on the coal. So now that I have these iron ingots, I'm going to go to my little crafting table. I'm going to get a iron pickaxe, and I am out of sticks. So I'm going to get more sticks because I still have some wood left. I'm going to get myself an iron sword. So what I can do is I can take my wooden sword and I can put it right here because I don't need it right now. Move some of this material maybe over up here because we don't really need it. I'll keep my stone pickaxe on because iron's still pretty rare, so I don't want to use all of it. And so now I'll grab my crafting table again. And just because I'll take my iron pickaxe and I'll just grab that. So now I have an iron sword to fight with the mobs. So let me go over to my pickaxe. The iron pickaxe does mine much faster because it is a good material. So let's grab a little more of it just in case we need more for the purpose of this video. You'll definitely need a lot more than what I'm getting if you want to do full survival. So that's basically survival. So it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it, and it's really fun once you start into it. I recommend you getting it, even if it might not be popular by the time you're watching this video. I recommend getting it because it is a really, 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 really cool game, and I really like it. It comes with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for free. So you guys don't have that, you can get that, or you can buy the game for about 24 bucks. And you can get it maybe a little cheaper on Amazon, like a digital code that could be sent to you or anything. But I recommend this game because it's really fun. And so if you guys want to see more how-to videos like how to play Crew 2 or how to play Forza, make sure you smash the like button. So as you see, I almost died. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine this stuff right here. Now if I look, this is called sugar canes. You can use sugar canes to make sugar. And to make sugar, and when you have sugar, you can get eggs from a chicken. And you can get milk from a cow. And then you can make yourself some cakes. Not lying, you can actually make cake in Minecraft. You just got to open your crafting table again and then make yourself some cakes. So, to eat food, say you had food on you, like I have raw beef. You could get food poisoning in this game too if it's raw. I'm not taking my chances of dying, so I'm going to open my furnace, put my coal inside, and put my beef on. Now, it's going to do exactly what it did to my iron. And what's going to happen is it's going to cook my beef. So now that I have a piece of cooked beef, if I click LT, I can actually eat it. So next to my health bar, you see the number 2. That's your mining level. So like that's not your mining level. That's like your level of experience in the game on how much you've mined and like your XP. So that's how you eat, and the little thing right next to that number is the health bar. The health bar, if it's not peaceful, will go down. You need to eat for it to go back up. Or the food bar, not the health bar. Or the hunger bar, sorry. So if it's going low, just eat some food. Make sure it's cooked because cooked food is better for you in this game, like it is in real life. Never try eating like raw food unless you're supposed to. But basically, it might take you a while to figure out how to play this game, but just keep watching parts back if you guys need the controls. But anyway, now that I'm on top of this tree, I'm gonna look and I'm gonna say, okay, I want to do something. I want to build something now. Like, Ashton, can you like tell me what I can build? Like, I've heard enough about your how to like play the game, you know, the way you think. So remember, building is just LT. If you jump and place LT right away, you can just build straight up on the block. It's a little glitchy when you do that in servers if you're supposed to in servers, but if you're not in servers, definitely not. It's definitely not glitchy. So I'm gonna now show you how to. So for the thing that we're doing now is, I'm just gonna take a stone. Actually, I'm gonna take my wooden pickaxe. I know it's not gonna go faster. Oops. I'm gonna take my wooden pickaxe, maybe. I'll replace the coal with the okay. Take my wooden pickaxe and I'm just gonna mine this one tree. I might need more than this one tree. I might mine 2 of these trees just because. I'm gonna need a lot of wood. So not all trees have that wood coming out the side like you saw on the other tree that I mined. Most trees don't. That's just like an overgrown tree. So this tree is pretty tall. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to mine the top 2, and then there's still a block there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on top of it, and then I'm going to mine up. So I know I didn't mine all of the tree. I'll mine down. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to click Y on all this oak wood. Now I have 53. So what we're going to do is I'm going to build a starter house. Now, this is really cool because with the house, if you have a bed and you click LT on the bed, that's how you sleep. That is how you actually can reset your respawn point, which is like where you would like spawn when you die, after you die. Because you know it's regen, like you if you die you can still get back in the game, you know. So I'm gonna build a little house right here by clicking LT. I'm just gonna build this tiny little starter coop. Like it's gonna be really tiny. It's gonna be just perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's just gonna be a little build for like starter houses. So I'm actually gonna build up. As you can see, you don't need a roof above your head before you have to sleep. Some people go, well, why are you why if I run out of wood before it's like nighttime and stuff, what happens? Like, am I not gonna be able to sleep? No, that doesn't happen. So it just, yeah. So I'm actually gonna grab myself a little more wood because I need some more. Oops. You can climb vines by just running into them and it'll climb it for you, just like ladders. So now that I'm breaking all of this wood that's in this tree, I'm just gonna break this tree and that should be enough for what I'm gonna do. So let's collect all this wood, the oak wood planks. I would suggest using oak wood planks to build your first ever starter house. And then before you close the gap, so if you see I went a 2 by 3 and that's a 1. So this is gonna be a house where you can't jump in, and so you're not gonna be able to jump in it. Alright guys, I am going to go eat some dinner and I will be right back. Alright guys, so now that you have your roof over your head for your little hut, you know, if you wanted to, I guess you can make a little thing at the top, you know. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get into detail. Now, you're going to want to put a crafting table here. You're going to want to grab your furnace. Put your furnace here. Maybe put your coal in your furnace and your iron. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to take all the wool you have. And you can actually, I accidentally searched up wool. But since I can get a bed, I'll get a bed. So you need 3 pieces of wool for that. And I'm going to place my bed right here in this corner. Whoops. I'm sorry, guys. Don't do what I just did. So I actually got stuck on the inside of the roof because the roof is really tiny. So that is kind of a problem. So you can have a tiny roof and stuff, just your bed is gonna have to be like right here. So you can sleep on it, right? The only problem with this is I might wake up and nope, I'm good. So I woke up right next to my bed. And so now since I slept in my bed, it's morning time. I'm actually gonna grab a door. Put a door right here, and basically now you have your little home. So I also am going to probably grab a chest or something just to put it in there if you get more wool. But that is basically my tutorial on how to play Minecraft. Full tutorial, survival. We didn't really get into diamonds. I know that, comment down below if you guys watched the video, but you still have questions on how to get diamonds. So that was my survival part of the video. So now let's get into creative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click save and quit. Always save and quit before you turn off your Xbox or whatnot, because otherwise, just to make sure your world is saved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new world. I'm not going to spend time naming it. I'm not going to spend time naming it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to click create and creative, and I'll show you guys how to basically play creative with the features on that and how you play creative. Sorry about my brother walking in. Just ignore that. Alright, so now that we're in our world of a creative world, if you double tap A, you can start flying. So like you could fly in the world. This is how I would recommend making really big, cool creations. So like we could fly around this world, do anything we really wanted to. And if we click Y for inventory, we have all of these blocks to choose from. So I can just grab this. And it's not like a certain amount of blocks, it's unlimited, so I can make this ginormous thing like I could show you. Just keep building up, like there's no limit to the block. If you're in creative, there's a limit to the height limit. It's 256 blocks for the world height. So if you build over 256 blocks, which who knows why you would do. Maybe you're trying to make the world's biggest house in Minecraft. Who knows? But so basically if I hit it again in the chat, it says 256 for height limit. So if I double tap A, it actually falls and you're back into like a survival. So if you double tap A, it'll work as a survival. And you can walk around in creative like you're playing in survival. So I call this like the survival walk. You don't lose any health, but you'll fall just like you're in survival. So it's pretty cool. Now basically mining's the same if you even needed to. Well, you wouldn't need to, but you would just need to break a block. To show you that it's instant, boom, like boom, boom, like it's completely instant. No cuts in this video for that. So basically, I covered about almost everything you need to know about how to play Minecraft in 2020 and Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So it should be about the same controls. It might be a little different, like because there's no like letters. It's its shapes, so it might be just a tad bit different. But if you guys know the conversions, comment down below, and make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe, because I showed you guys a whole tutorial on how to play Minecraft the easy way for Xbox One in 2020. So make sure you guys stay tuned for other how-to videos, other Minecraft videos, and other YouTube videos. So make sure you subscribe, slap the bell, never miss another video, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye.